get this lapel out. I pass it to this hand. Boom. I'm going to take this hand, the palm up, and grab this one here. Okay? Now, what he might start doing here, because he knows that I have to finish this, even if I get this grip here, and he's pushing this arm down and keeping it pinned to the mat here, I'm not going to be able to finish this choke particularly well, if at all, right? Because I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do with this other arm. So if he's posting and he's trying to keep my wrist or whatever flat on the ground, I'm going to step over his head, and I'm going to take my arm, and I'm going to feed it in, right? So feeding underneath his arm here. Got this. Set that in, pinch my knees together, fall back, pinch, and finish that armbar there. Okay, my dummy is about to be naked here. Oh Jesus, so much scandalous, cover your dick please. Alright. Scandalous, so ashamed. Alright, so pull, pass, here, hand comes under. I'm going to grab onto that lapel. I'm going to bring this hand over, try to finish this. I'm going to be trying to get here, but he takes his hand, he puts it on that wrist there, right? So, you know, if I need to, if I really, really need to make this happen, I might continue making him feel like I'm going for this. So I might create some space here, pull him further on his side. That's going to be better. It's going to help me get my shoulder penetration. It's going to make it harder for him to back up and not be able to, and to start to defend this armbar. So I'm going to step over here. I'm going to put my foot underneath his armpit here. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to lace it underneath, and I'm going to grab, tuck underneath his arm here, right? And he's high on his side now. And a lot of times I'll go for this figure four. So I grab my own wrist, I grab his wrist. Now, pinch my boots on, knees together, top of the lever, down, bring it over my hip, side hip, and I lift that hip slightly as I break this. Now keep in mind, I want to control this wrist, right? So I'm not grabbing onto the gi here, I'm grabbing onto his palm, right? I'm trying to control it at above the wrist. And I'm keeping that thumb pointed perpendicular to whatever I'm breaking off of. So if I'm going straight up with my hips, I want his thumb pointed to the ceiling. If I go off this hip, I don't want to come off this hip, right? So this hip is slightly up, this one's pinned to the ground. If I go off the other way, he's going to sit up, and I have to deal with him stacking me. So I'm going to keep this hip up, he won't be able to sit up from there. So now his thumb needs to go this direction, not straight up, okay? And so from here, I just lift this hip up, very slowly guys. This is really, really powerful to do it this way. And then I break that arm. Okay. Last time. So, I'm here. I work that lapel out. I pass it to the other hand. I go palm up, grab it on this side. Again, I should probably maybe show this from knee ride, right? Get here, pass it under. Got more space to see, I guess. So I'm here, and I get that rope grip. I make sure I start off with a strong wrist. I don't want to be cocked back like this, right? But it's strong wrist, so I can actually cast that line. So I make that post there. And then I might grab whatever I can grab. I'm going to pull him onto his side so that I can finish this choke. But he's a bastard, so he pinned my arm to the ground, so I can't lift that other one, so I can only pressure downward, right? So I bring him a little bit past vertical here. I'm going to step around, put my foot into his armpit, and then I'm going to lift my leg up as I pass this arm underneath his arm, and I get that figure four grip. You don't have to get the figure four grip here, guys. So if you wanted to, like, the other arm, if you have the other arm and have access to it, I might pin it to the ground so that he can't defend this as easily, right? I might grab, I might grab my own lapel here, right? That's another option. Like I grab this lapel here. So now I have this arm completely free and I've completed that grip, right? So by grabbing my own lapel here, right? Now I'm creating that figure four without this other hand. So if he starts to like get this grip here, he tries to hold on to his own arm, I can maybe start to fight that off. So I pinch my knees together and I push him away as I fall off, right? I want my butt to go straight down so that he stays on his side a little bit. Pinch my knees together, boots on, fall back, lift the hip side hip. Not the head side, the hip side hip. And I'm gonna come up, bring my hand up here, I'm gonna grab his thumb and turn it to the direction I want it, and I lift up and break over that hip. Alright? And that is the rope choke going into a armbar if he tries to defend that.